Namaste.
नमस्ते सर।
Today we are going to start G.H. Allen's chronic miasms with repertoire. Basically, this topic is related to theory of chronic disease also. So we can easily got the idea of Dr. Allen regarding soda, psychosis and other miasms also. Okay, so just I want to give some brief knowledge about the history of the Sora. As we know or discussed in lectures of theory of chronic disease very well. Now, just give some glimpses about the history of Sora. Can anyone want to say something about the Sora?
सर इच माइट की वजह से होता है।
Basically, solar miasm is related to the some skin disease like the parasitical infection, fungal infection, some itching eruptions, scabies, etc. There are so many words are used to denote the presence of the sora. How Dr. Henneman reached the theory of chronic disease in relation to the miasms. That is, he went or go for investigations. What are the main causes behind the miasms, behind the failure in the chronic diseases, and he found the main cause of the diseases is the miasm, and the most importantly is the Sora miasms. The discovery of the chronic miasm by Henneman was a death blow to the erroneous conceptions of the etiology of disease in his days, and it is nonetheless true in our day. Although a century of years lies between and an army of thinkers. So there is a totally different etiology regarding the Henneman theory, regarding Henneman conception about the cause of the disease, about the etiology of the diseases. And if we compare these etiological factors or possible causes of the diseases in other schools also, that is in allopathic view, they believe there is some toxic accumulated in the body, getting some infection through bacteria, parasites, viruses, etc. And they consider the man is a separate entity from the disease. If someone suffers from stomach problem, abdominal problem, and they think about this part is not linked with the human being, with the rest of the body. They consider each part, each organ as a separate entity. This part is separate from the rest of the body. So there is a different etiological factors regarding the development of the disease in a human being, and approach of the treatment is totally different. In homeopathy, we believe that human being is a complete system. Not we divided our human body in a different parts of the body. There is a integrated approach and build a complete human being. If our part is diseased, then whole body reacts. So there is no scope of study or treat disease parts separately. Everything will be disturbed when we become sick. At mental plane, at physical plane also, every parameters becomes disturbed due to the disease. Not his stomach or abdominal or head disordered and whole body becomes fit. Are you getting this point? Hahnemann said that Sora was the parent or the basic element of all that is known as disease. So Dr. Hahnemann indicates Sora is the basic component, parent of all that is known as disease. So what we have understand here, that is the Sora is the basic speech period for disease development. This is the main etiological factor. If we talking in a modern language, that is the etiological factor. Biggest etiological factor. Other than this, psychosis and syphilis. Since his day, many an etiological structure has arisen, but to fall with its own weight or to be torn down and its debris removed to make room for the other structures no less endurable. Probably one of the greatest and most endurable of these structures, or in other words, one of the greatest attempts at formulating a theory or basic principle of philosophy for the present so-called regular system of medicine. So, what is the regular system of medicine? That is the allopathic system. Dr. Hahnemann stresses here that there should be some fixed principles, fixed system, fixed scientific basis of philosophy, requirement of such a system that clearly understand the whole philosophy of the disease process. But there is a lacking in modern system. Homeopathic system is based on principles, some philosophy also, some scientific principle, that is the nature's law of cure. So, like this, some principles should be there, but what happens? Every physician has own belief system, has own theory. Like the bloodletting, vein section. According to his convenience, they build their own system, their own principles, but there was lacking of any scientific proof in these theories. Dr. Hahnemann conveys all the physicians to build a such medical system, build such a principles so that we can easily adopt. Are you getting this point?
Yes, sir.
Like the Virchow's cellular pathology. So numerous were the followers of this high class leader of that school that he has been styled the high priest of cellular pathology. Virchow's cellular pathology. They believed in a principle that our cells are embodied with some energy. कुछ हद तक डॉक्टर हेनीमैन की जो थ्योरी थी, थ्योरी ऑफ वाइटल फोर्स, वाइटल एनर्जी, उसको कुछ हद तक बिल्कुल सिमिलर के अंदर कंसिडर किया गया है, लेकिन उन्हीं के ओपोनेंट्स वहां पे डेवलप हो गए एंड दे रिजेक्ट दिस थ्योरी आल्सो कि आफ्टर डेथ देयर इज नो एनर्जी रिमेन्स इन द सेल्स, which for more than 20 years formed the basis of orthodox medicine, but which has been largely displaced and abandoned for other theories of no greater therapeutic value. But this theory does not reach the height because other physicians of that system, modern system, orthodox medical system, denies this theory also. A knowledge of all miasmatic phenomena would be a complete knowledge of all that is known as disease, and beyond these symptoms there is nothing discoverable or recognizable as disease. As Dr. Hillman mentioned very clearly about the diseases are yes, diseases are basically disordered state. As we read in aphorism 7, diseases are in aphorism 7 there is a clear definition about the disease. What is the
Disorder state.
what is the definition of disease? An outwardly expression of the internal essence. You remember or not? Outwardly reflected picture of the internal essence. That is the deranged state of the vital force. It's called the disease. 7 aphorism. So what is the disorder state? Is the how we
सी
recognize this disordered state?
उसके सिम्टम्स के थ्रू
Yes, through sign and symptom. Only sign and symptoms are the reliable source by which we can identify this disordered state in the patient. And there is nothing more than these signs and symptoms. Are you getting this point?
यस
If there is some problem in our UPS and CPU, then there is some type of disturbed noise and disturbance in proper functioning. Only these are the signs by which we can identify the problem. In which component is a problem occurred? Only through these disturbances. So our body, if any disordered state develops in our body, then our body throw out some sign and symptoms by which we can identify the disordered state, or we can identify the disease also. So only sign and symptoms are the reliable source by which we can
Identify the disease
state. Disease is nothing more than changes in the general state of the human economy. Disease is nothing more than changes in the general state of the human economy. Changes means some disagreeable sensations and functions, which are also called as the sign and symptoms, which declares themselves as symptoms, as written in aphorism 19. The sign and symptoms are the disease. Disease is but the influence of some submersive force acting in conjunction with life force, subverting the action and changing the physiological momentum. Means some dynamic force dynamic force. The nature of this dynamic force is morbific. It affects our vital force and conjoined and mixed with this vital force and disturb the harmony. Disease means dis-ease. If break the word disease is dis-ease. Ease is the healthy state and dis-ease is the
Discomfort.
disease state. Losing in comfort zone, losing of equilibrium, that is called the disease. And the main ecological factor is the soil. Disease is the totality of the effects by which we recognize or perceive the action of a peculiar order upon an organism which has been exceptionally or specially adapted or prepared for their reception. We might draw a little closer if we say disease is the vicarious embodiment of the some miasmatic influence that has bonded itself with the life force producing disease according to the type, as is seen in the sora or any other of the chronic miasms. So, what we have understand in this paragraph, that is, according to miasmatic infection, according to miasmatic influence, our vital force throw out the symptoms. According to miasmatic influence, or we can say miasmatic infection. Someone says about this, that is the dynamic infection also. So, miasmatic infection that is sora, psychosis and syphilis. If solid infection develops, then symptoms are related to sore as well as psychosis and syphilis also. So, how we identify that infection belongs to sora, psychosis or syphilis? For this, we have the proper knowledge of all miasms. Otherwise, very difficult for us to identify which miasmatic influence occurred in a person. Are you getting this point?
Yes, sir.
might be well to recall some of the simple reasons given by Hahnemann as proof of the existence of a chronic miasm. Lying beneath all these multiplied outward expressions of disease. So Dr. Hahnemann says that any type of the disease, either related to head, related to heart, related to lungs, related to intestines, anything disease condition, there is no benefit if we specify by the name of disease, that is Crohn's disease, hypertension. There is no benefit of curing the patient. If we consider disease through the name, there is no benefit for the patient. We have to look for some basic cause. We have to look symptoms of all these miasms, because disease condition is the end result of the pathology. Some organic changes occurred in a disease state is the end product of the disease also. And every person will develop diseases according to their disposition, according to their dyscrasia. As this topic we discussed already. So we have to consider patient as a whole. We have to understand the journey of the disease. Are you getting this point?
Yes.
We have to look for changes at mental and physical level. That is very important to understand the disease process. You know about the evolution?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
What is evolution?
So evolve होके great मतलब extreme evolve.
Developmental phase. At functional level, at morphological level, at
Sure.
degenerative level. So you have to understand disease in the modern way as well as with homeopathic concept. Are you getting this point?
Yes.
Like the disease process, our remedy also evolve. Opium reacts differently in initial period, reacts differently at pathological level also. So every medicine has some evolutionary steps, evolutionary development. Because every remedy has, many remedies have all these three miasms also. So its topic is different, but here I want to give some example regarding the evolutionary phase of the disease. Arsenic also covered the syphilitic, psychotic and soric. But in soric phase, there is the reaction will be different from psychotic and syphilitic also. Okay?
Yes.
It might be well to recall some of the simple reasons given by Hahnemann as proof of the existence of a chronic miasm. Lying beneath all these multiplied outward expression of disease, the first to be mentioned was the persistency of chronic ailments, seen when the diet, hygiene and general health of those patients were carefully considered. The first to be mentioned was the persistency of the chronic ailment. As we know, chronic diseases belongs to constant, persisting in nature, lifelong suffering. What is the persistency?
Yes.
Continuity, very good. Continuity in the process. For 6 years, for 6 months, for 10 years. When the diet, hygiene and general health of those patients were carefully considered. This line is very important. We should note it down. That is, when we treating a chronic patient, we have to look other parameters also related to diet, his lifestyle, some hygienic conditions, because these are supporting circumstances
Maintaining.
to carry this disease process in a long way. So what happens here? That is, जब हम chronic केस को ठीक कर रहे हैं तो हमें जहाँ पे लगता है डाइट वाला पार्ट है उसको इम्प्रूव करने की जरूरत है. We have to improve some diet, then we have to advise the patient. If we see some hygienic conditions are associated with the chronic ailment, then we have to educate. And also we have to educate about how to maintain or how to improve health. Because these are very important factors to speed up your cure. Even when the life force was unable to disengage itself from the certain recurrent expressions of disease, conditions which were constantly repeating themselves, although the apparently well-selected remedy was given, with what appeared to be success as the symptoms were for a time removed but to return with all their former energy, or with a new expression of symptoms, having to all appearance the same root or origin. So, in this paragraph, there is two things. That is, one thing is related to maintaining cause. In this cause, we look for some maintaining cause, like the what is maintaining cause?
Unhygienic condition, lifestyle, or lack of exercise, or
Yes.
unhealthy food.
Unhealthy food. So, if we see in this case some obstacles arising from maintaining cause, then we have to remove. And the other thing is, that is second point, that is, if some fundamental cause. What are the fundamental cause? Miasms. So, this is very important for us. That is, while we treating a chronic case, we have to look for some maintaining cause, some fundamental cause. If we did not remove maintaining cause, problem will come back again and again. Only we remove some miasmatic block, miasmatic cause, but maintaining cause
Remains.
are same, then problem
Reoccur.
come recurrent. With no external etiological reason, they seem to come from within the organism itself. They seem to come from within the organism itself, developing from some peculiar dynamics within. Hahnemann also observed that they accompanied some physiological process or were in some way connected with the functions of the organism. Was it possible that disease was perverted function and that function governing the life force was deranged? So, in this paragraph, Dr. Hinman say about vital force, how it becomes deranged, the main cause to become disease, that is that lies in the interior of the body, related to some lifestyle conditions, related to some unhygienic conditions, as we discussed just now. Okay, thank you.